Well, good evening, little masters, or good afternoon, or good morning if you're in Hawaii. Welcome to the Prancing Pony Podcast Plays. I'm glad you could join me today. This should be fun. Hopefully, that countdown worked. I'm fiddling around with some of the features here on Restream. I know that YouTube and Twitch will be on different times. So, those of you watching on both, well, I'm sorry. That's nothing I can do anything about. Hope you all are doing well today. And those of you who are also enjoying Oxenmoot, I'm sorry to drag you away from that. I don't know what they're doing right now, what talks you're having to miss, but I'm sure they will be recorded and available for you to watch later. For those of you not attending Oxenmoot, let me just tell you that's a great event and fantastic, well worth the effort, even if you're not able to attend personally in Oxford. Doing it digitally is great. In fact, I'm pretty sure nobody here is attending it physically, because why would you be here if you were in Oxford, really? I mean, let's be honest. Entertainments and Masquerade. Oh, that's great stuff. Got to actually take part in that. I don't remember now if it was last year or the year before, remotely. Sean and I each did some bits for video for one of the smiles. So, all right. Well, no, I'm not going to cancel just because of Oxenmoot. I figure maybe we'll have a few fewer people, but it's an opportunity for folks to come on by. I mean, it's late there. It's what, 9 o'clock, and folks can tune in if they'd like. But welcome. Well, before I get started on the game today, do we have any questions either from last week's session, what we've got coming up? Oh, artists. I did not order one of the What a Fellowship Master figures. That was well beyond my budget range. Well beyond my budget range, I'm afraid. Singing and dressing in costumes. No. Unless I am dressed as a podcaster. It's true. Yeah, I'm afraid. I'm afraid. What was that? I want to say it was $7,000 or something. No, $5,000. $5,000. It was. It's an extraordinary piece. Don't get me wrong. It's absolutely worth it if you're a collector, if your budget, can sustain that. But I couldn't justify that. Not with two kids I have to get ready to send to college at some point. Oh man. I mean, I think I might have three or four books that combined would be worth that, but they weren't that much when I bought them, right? I mean, I think my Children of Hurin Super Deluxe right there, which is probably my most valuable single book, was a tenth of that when I purchased it. But anyway, fantastic piece, by the way. I do wish I could show that off. That would be a great collector's item. All right. Well, let's see. I'm going to go ahead, of course, still answer questions once the game is started. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and pull up that screen. There we go. Why is not on? There it is. All right. All right, I'm going to move that over. And as usual, in order to make the screen large enough, I am going to be removing the chat overlay. So Twitchers and YouTubers, go into your little corners and talk to each other. Show that on stream, take that off. And we're going to switch my controls over to the Mac, or to the PC from the Mac. And let's unmute the audio. All right, so Hilbern. Hilbern was in the Silverteen Lodes when we last left him, working his way through Moria. I did realize, that he's gone up a few levels over time. And I have some gear that, even though we went through the legendary stuff, I didn't look at the rest of my gear, and a lot of that's outdated. So I had my crafting alts make a few things for him. So let's get some mail. All right, Tolthadian, who is my warden, who I almost never play as a warden because I'm not really a fan of the class. It's a little too convoluted for me. It's fun, but it's a little too convoluted for me. Has made me some some jewelry that I can wear right now, and some jewelry that I can wear when I get to level 58, which will hopefully be later today. In fact, let me use my perks to get some more accelerated experience. And then I think I'll probably, do I have one of these little guys? I don't here, but I think if I go to my shared storage and my consumables, I've got an XP boost that I can use to get to level 58 a little quicker. If I could just find it. It's a lot of virtue acceleration. There we go. Enhanced XP supplies. No, that's what I just used. I need the increase in XP. I know I have them. I'm sure I'm looking right at them and can't find them. Tomes of exceptional and extraordinary experience. Extraordinary is good enough. I don't think I need the 200% bonus. All right. So let me go ahead and put the level 58 stuff in my vault. We're going to call this level 58 because the last time I did this, I was in my upper 40 levels. And so we're going to drop these items in there for when I hit that next tier. Durthal, who is my woodworker and weaponsmith, has made me a couple of daggers that I can use, right? One now and one when I get to level 58. And my main, pretty much, Halligrim, who makes medium armor. He's a leathersmith. What do they call that? No, not armor smith. I literally can't even remember. Tailor. So he's made me a set of armor that I can wear right now and a set of armor that I can wear when I get to 58. So I'm going to drop the 58 stuff in my vault for later. And we're going to take a look and see if any of these things are better than what I've got currently. I'm just catching up on the chat. Any more of them nice shiny daggers? All right. So I got a pair of bracelets, the glittering Khazad gold bracelets. Oh yeah, they definitely give me more agility, more vitality. I lose a touch of physical mastery, but yeah, definitely want to replace both of those. So that's going to give my agility a boost. Let's take a look at the Precise Warrior's Dagger. Obviously, I'm not going to replace my legendary with it, but the Fine Defender's Dagger, it's only marginally better, to be honest. You could even make the argument that it's not better because I lose the crit rating, but I do gain some parry, a tiny bit more agility, and a tiny bit more damage. I mean, I'll do it because, you know, I made it. So let's take a look at the armor. Definitely a bump. I lose a little bit on physical mastery and crit, but I get physical mitt, so that'll give me some better defense. Same here. Now I get resistance, which I might need. Yeah, and again, better armor, better agility, better vitality. So my crit rating will go down a tiny bit, but that's okay. Because my agility will go up, which will actually probably keep it balanced in the end. To begin with. So, all right. So now we're going to sell all those things. And that's what he looks like now if I were actually to wear a cosmetic outfit that reflects what I'm actually equipped with. There's the swimsuit that Demay was kind enough to provide. Let's see if there's anything that's more suitable for exploring in the caves. I actually really do like this particular outfit. The Three Peaks is a good looking outfit. I like the green. So we're going to wear that one, keep wearing that. All right. Now, before I get going, let's take a look here and see. I'll take it because I made it. Absolutely. Hey, it's got, you know, Durthal made it, right? There it is. Look at the name of the weapon. Hilbern's other pointy thing that Durthal crafted. It's got ancient dwarf make damage, which could help as well. So we've got Hilbern's pointy thing and Hilbern's other pointy thing. And whatever Katie said. I love that. Whatever Katie said. All right. Yes, I think swimwear in the caves is probably a bit much, Hickey. I really agree. All right. So we are supposed to talk to Bosi in the Chamber of the Crossroads on Durin's Way. That's way the heck up there. So I'm actually going to remove that from the tracker map. No, I won't because it's not even on this map. So we've got Reclaiming the Platform in the middle, the Miners of Menembrej in the middle, and Bright Prospects Dark Rails. So let's do Bright Prospects Dark Rails. We're going to scout dead-end passages, 3 and 1 intact passage before we head down to Menenberej and defeat enemies or creatures there and repair gears. So let's go ahead and equip some fire oil and turn on my little find the path, and let's add some experience. So we're going to look for dead ends. The rails stop at a dead end here. So the point is I'm supposed to follow the rails. It looks like another dead end here, but it's not. I can't click on anything, which is kind of useless. Is the cloak also 3 peaks? Yes, it is. In fact, you can see the art on it. You can see the 3 peaks right there. It's a very cool cloak. Okay, so we've got another dead end here. Don't want to take the train here. Take the last train to Clarksville and I'll meet you at the dead end. Something like that, right? Okay, if we keep going down here, we should find... Don't follow the rails, yep. Don't follow the rails. I don't remember. Okay, they are hostile. I wasn't sure if they were... Wow. Wow, that's a fascinating mouth. Not a phrase you'll hear every day, by the way. I wasn't sure if they were like the Grodbog workers, where they weren't hostile unless you stayed around them too long. Thought perhaps I could just walk by and ignore him. Come on. I must not have examined it well enough. All right. So now we just need to scout the intact passage, which according to the map is straight north of us. We want to shoot things because we want to get to level 58 and wear all the shiny goodies. I mean, those are all shiny goodies, right? You saw them. They were all guild level stuff. Blue. Just because I want to use Heartseeker because it's overkill. Okay, but I got to go past this. This is not an intact way. The passage is intact, but you know a sense of dread hanging about this particular tunnel. Oh, now I'm supposed to post signs at the dead ends. Could I have posted signs while I was there? It would have been nice. All right, let's go back and post some signs. Oh, here's a signpost. Okay, there's one. There's another one, and the other one must be, yeah, that's right. Okay. That's what I thought. It's out back in the main area. Is it this way? Oh, that way. Yeah, there we go. All right. And we do get to return to Goofy. Hey, Mickey. Let's see. That's a fascinating mouth. 100% me to my kids. Cannot wait for me to listen to her music. She's singing about the Beowulfian Circle of Light right now. Wow. Okay. Yes, Nate, I am still in Moria. Is it explained how I'm in there considering the events of the Fellowship? Yes. You missed the section then where I was outside the gates of Moria interacting with the dwarves who were talking about the expedition, and that they're likely to find Balin dead. They don't know because they are behind. They know that the Watcher has come, right? Because there was a bunch of rubble in front of the door. But that's bad. Dread, you say? A dwarf does not fear a little dreariness in a mine shaft, Mickey. All right. That's what you get when your name is Goofy. All right. You're welcome, Nate. What else was in there? In a rock opera song. In a rock opera. That's pretty cool. All right. We're going to make our way down to Menemberej. And we're going to kill 12 enemies and repair 8 gears. I don't know if these count as enemies. Probably not. Nope, they do not. But we have to kill them. You just spat out your Celsius. Was it the Goofy bit? And watch out, that Celsius is expensive. I wouldn't spit that out. All right. I know he probably can't get to me very easily. In fact, it may... but if you kill him fast enough, it doesn't matter. No, Celsius isn't sponsoring me yet. They should. A diseased dragonette. Okay. Do I not? Okay. That's not where I meant to go. I need to go down. So apparently, I'm just going to go this way. Whoa! There's a couple enemies up here. Let's take them out. Little rain of arrows. Okay. Now, those guys should count as enemies. No, apparently I'm not in the circle yet. See? So I've got to be in that area before it will count as killing enemies in this area. Menemberej. So now I am in Menemberej. And that is deed bestowed, bulwarks of the enemy. If I find all of those, then I've been playing this game too long. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure I'll find all of them. But I'm not. This is not a completionist run. This is an epic run. And so, because I want to finish sometime in the next 3 years, I'd have to do like daily 3-hour streams to actually be done in any reasonable amount of time. The game is massive. All right. Defeated an enemy. The enemies I'm going to find probably pretty easily. So let me set as a quest guide the gears. Let's see if... Well, hello. How you doing? I know I'm right over here. You couldn't see me, but that's all right. Is this a gear? No, it is not. Ah, there's the gears. Okay, or there is a gear. I swear I speak English. I really do. I know I don't need the Khazad Skarn. I really only need Kalinard to keep moving up the crafting thing, but it is a useful tier to... When I bring up my next alt, I'm going to need it, How do I get onto that? Oh, there we go. There's the ramp I was looking for. Nice flag. 3 peaks there, too. Different 3 peaks, but yeah. Chance participate. I did not, actually, but Katie did, and can tell you all about it. I can't keep away from the Khazad Scar. No, I cannot. I cannot. I need my fix, man. You don't understand. No, I don't want to make fun of addiction. It's a very serious thing. Oh, hey, there's a Moria sneak. I see you. Thump. And I see the hole in your chest. what does the scarn give me? Crafting materials. So when there are nodes, resource nodes all around the world. You see like the ilex wood that I found or the Khazad scarn. There's sages lockers, which will have scholars crafting material. And those are the raw materials that you use to craft things. So if I'm a prospector, I can take Khazad scarn and make either a Khazad copper, Khazad gold, or Khazad iron ingot. Now, I can't show you on here what I can do with those ingots, but an armor smith or a weaponsmith can then use those materials to craft armor. So, for instance, in my case, the armor that my alts crafted for me that I'm waiting on was made with hides, with leathers. So the hides get turned into leathers, and then the leathers get combined with other equipment to other stuff to turn into armor. So the metal is probably the most valuable because armor smith, weaponsmith, and jeweler all use it. Okay, so I just need to find 2 more gears. I've already killed enough people. Goblins, I should say. So you see down there's a sage's locker. I wouldn't be able to access that because I'm not a scholar, but anybody who's got scholar training and has that as one of their crafting skills would be able to retrieve that. Exactly. You can sell it off because somebody will always need it. For example, if I were to create another alt, that alt would then need to level up his prospecting skills, because in order for me to be able to access Kalinard scarn so that I can make Kalinard ingots, I have to have already at least gotten proficiency at this tier and mastery at this tier. So each of those tiers has material, and the materials are going to be found in the game, in the world, in the area of the world that's around that level. And yes, you can definitely sell it off. All right. So Thalfar, who does not have such a goofy name as Goofy. Oh, but Goofy has something for me. What does Goofy have for me?
We have little time to speak. Great events have been set in motion.
According to our maps and Balin's own records, there's a mining site along the tunnel where you begin to fret for your safety. Gosh. All right. I will accept that, but that sounds like an instance, so we will do that in a little bit. Reclaiming the platform. We'll just take the hammer because it's worth some money. It's a 2-handed hammer. We can't even use it. And what about the other one? Legendary item experience. That's always nice because that gets us further along. Ooh, look at that. Look at how many of these I can claim. That's the legendary items reward track. So anytime you get legendary item XP, it furthers you along this track. So in this case, I've gotten an embellished coffer of ancient scripts. I did spend some of that script, so I should no longer be near cap. I'm not. I'm at 4920 out of 10,000, so I can redeem that. Decorated coffer of ancient script and some enhancement runes. Well, let's take a look. I think if I put this on here, can I use that enhancement rune somewhere? Yes, I can. Let's use that on the quick shot damage. And I have 2 runes, so that'll level it up to level 58, and now it has a little bit more quick shot damage. Catching up real quick on the chat. Meme. Update at one point, only need proficiency to continue. That's true. Yeah, you can't master levels out of order. That's fair. Goofy Allen. The entire stream of the Goofy voice. Well, Goofy's got more things to say, so we'll talk to him. He wants me to light lamps along the winding path. Now, in this case, the winding path looks like it's back down to the mines. Of course it is. Let's still talk to Goofy, though, because, well, first of all, it's just really fun to do Goofy's voice. Gosh, very well, then. You will see we'll be finding veins of mithril and clusters of gems in no time. Gosh, Mickey. All right.
Mithril, it is called by the elves, and true silver in the common tongue.
True silver.
The dwarves do not share their own secret name. The hope of finding it has led many dwarves to their doom in Moria, for they seldom heed the dire warnings, and their hearts yearn for mithril, cold and bright in the dark.
All right, so I have to recover artifacts from Balin's expedition. Ooh, those fun things, those nasty bugs. They look like something from Alien. Come on now. All right. So there's one of the things. A dwarven mining pick will be one of the artifacts. For 2 hours, he was able to. Could he actually do that? I mean, I've done Gollum stuff with Matt before, and he's pretty amazing. But 2 hours, that is a long time to do a Gollum voice. But yeah, I guess you get the hype train going, and why not, right? Hype train though is specific to Twitch, not YouTube. I actually started watching Twitch as a participant a lot this last weekend, I should say, because one of the games that I play that's not Middle Earth related, No Man's Sky, did some Twitch drops. So I actually watched a couple of my No Man's Sky streamers. That was fun. Learn a little bit more about Twitch. Matt does have a great Gollum for sure. Love doing a Gollum voice. No, I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert. Not at all. I'm learning a little bit about how it works, and I don't think I'll ever be an expert. He said expert. No, I really, I know my limits, and they are many. Sort of the opposite of Faramir, right? I know his uses, and they are few. Okay, talk to Gulfi at Menembrej. So I have to get out of the instance. Whatever Balin accomplished here, this site is no longer safe for any minors. Well, kids under 18 shouldn't even be here in the first place. They're minors, not minors. It's always been your problem. You never take the craft seriously. All right. By axe and sword, Hilbern. Gosh, you have my deepest apologies. I did not realize how bad things really were down here. We'll need an entire garrison to clear these mines properly. Gosh. All right. Oh, this is too fun. It's always a bad joke. If I tell it, it's a bad joke. I mean, isn't that obvious by now? Resources. So here's another crafting node, right? Wood. Now the wood is going to be used by, it's going to be processed by a forester, and then it's going to be utilized by a woodworker. That's probably the least valuable because really woodworker is the only one who uses the stuff that you get from that resource node. Okay, but here's what I'm trying to figure out. How did I just go? Oh, I just went the wrong direction. That's all. Okay, I see now. Yes, it was a bad joke. See, I thought when I was in this little camp here that it was sort of a dead end. I didn't realize that it went the other direction too. But that's where the lamps are. So we're going to take the lamps and we're going to light the lamps. But first, we're going to shoot this worm right off the edge of the cliff. Now, see, I could have done the lamps on the first trip. This is sort of the thing about LotRO. They do make you go over the same thing twice or 7 times. Let's get a little focus so I can rain of arrows there. Oh, why didn't that get him? He wasn't close enough, huh? Come on. Take that Moria sneak. There are quite a few of us in the LotRO session pushing for the... Oh, that would be great. 7 times if it's freaking Staddle. I would love to do that. It's been a little while since I've done genuine voiceover work, but my goodness, that would be a blast. And yes, I would not be shocked to learn that Katie led the way. More cots to the flames. Okay, I'm still on the path. So I'm just looking for more lamps on the path. It's not there. Okay, at least I think I'm still on the path. Oh, I'm not. Okay. Apparently, I'm not on the path. I don't remember how I came off the path. I feel like I was on the path. But maybe it's down here somewhere. Okay, I got to figure this out. Where are lighting the pit? Okay, so there's one over there. Oh, I know there's somebody following me. Fine. I'll kill you too. I do love the VOs for that. Die! I love the sort of optimistic die, even though, like, you know, I'm significantly more powerful than you are. Where's the lamp? It says it's right here. Oh, is it? No, it's not above me. I bet it's below me. Yeah, there it is. Okay. I see. Maybe if I go further down the path. There's one. There we go. All right. All right. Oh, there. Yep. Clipworthy. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that it's laggy when you play it. Typically, these days at least, if you get on the 64-bit servers, which they opened up a few months ago, there's a lot less lag on the servers, and it's just about your connection. But it doesn't require typically a very fast connection. Really, the only time I experience lag significantly is either during events, like big events. Like if you go to Bree during one of the festivals where they've got everybody, putting together the bands outside the Prancing Pony, there'll be lag there. But yeah, it's typically improved a lot with these 64-bit servers. Ooh, I wonder what this is. The Way of Smiths. And now I'm just hearing like Smith songs in my head. All right. Send photos for you like. Okay. All right. That's a lot of ping to do a raid. All right. There's one more lamp. The session about how many of the developers avoid social media. Yeah. Yeah, I don't do raids. That's fair. Yeah, there could be quite a bit of there. Yeah, no, I think we've got a bot here. Nobody loves my vibes on stream. That's kind of that's a giveaway. All right, Thalfar, what do you got?
If it were not for the prospect of finding Mithril, I would not have come here.
The lights would be a great boon to our efforts in the Silvertine loads. And now what does he have for me?
Foul and nameless things we face.
Will I seek out Sori as I head southwards? Well, here's the thing. I could keep heading southwards, but I also have to talk to Bosi in the chamber of the crossroads on Durin's Way. So, well, yeah. See, the problem is I don't have a goat rider to take back to the main paths. So let's go ahead and find Sori and see if perhaps he's in an area where I can then grab a stable. Thanks for the compliment, Katie Higgy. Appreciate it. Goofy vibes from that bot. Sorry.
These halls will be great once more.
You must be the famous Hilbern, of whom I have heard so much praise spoken. They are singing of your valor from Holland to the roots of the Silvertine. Stay a moment, and I am sure we could do some good work here. Stay a while and listen. Wait, wrong video game. I don't know that I want to bother with level quests that are 5 levels beneath me. So I'm going to just head out of here as soon as I can. This worm's not very bright. There we go. What do we get mail for? Oh, points granted and a deed completed. Quest of the Silver Teen loads. All right. You know what? I don't want to use my mithril, but let's take a look and see what I've got here. Return to the Deep Descent. There we go. I'll at least take a steed, right, a goat, to Durin's Way in the Chamber of the Crossroads so that we can see the area. I'm going to skip these level 57 quests or 52 quests. All right. Let's go back up here and let's take a look at the map and see where we are. We return to our milestone. So our milestone, we had been down here, right, with this Menem Berej. We ported back to the Deep Descent. And if we zoom out and look at the whole map of Moria, the Deep Descent is right here in the Silver Teen Lodes to the south of the Great Delving. And we need to head to the north, which would be up here at the west end of Durin's Way. What's my favorite part of the books to dip into? Oh, I have to confess, I don't do a lot of just dipping anymore because I'm either reading left to right, so to speak, right? Reading from the beginning to the end as I try to do once a year, or I'm reading for the chapters that I'm working on. And currently, I'm actually working on Unfinished Tales for season 10, so I've been spending a lot of time on Aldarian and Arendis. But if I'm going to just dip in, if somebody says, you've got 2 hours, here's a copy of The Lord of the Rings, the only thing you can do is read the book. I am going to go to either the very beginning, not just because it's a good place to start, but because of the homey feel of the Shire, or I'm going to go to the dramatic moments. I'm going to go to the arrival of the Rohirrim at the Pelennor, and read from there, because from there it is just absolutely fantastic. That's a great section to just drop into. All right, well, let's go ahead and head north to the Chamber of the Crossroads, which means we'll have to probably buy our way there. Oh, we can't get there from here. So I think we need to go to the Great Delving first, so Dolven View. So let's take, we're not going to take the Swift one. It'll give us a chance to chat. Mary's very bright. Mary's quite something. He's definitely not Pippin. They are not interchangeable. Ooh, the Stone Council. Look at that. Love that. The architecture here is fantastic. All right, so from Dolven View, anything I'm particularly excited about in the upcoming season of the PPP, Nate? I got to tell you, I'm really excited to start with Eldarion and Arendis. That's such a great story. I delved into it a little bit on the TTT several series ago. I want to say weeks like 34 and forward. So we want to go to the Chamber of the Crossroads. Because we've never been there, I'm having to spend a mithril coin, but that's okay. I've got a few. So we're going to learn the way rather than try to find the way. We're going to watch as we get taken to... Oh, okay. Remember when we went down here, we talked to this guy. He goes, oh, this isn't the way you want. You want to go that way. Well, I'm thinking, sure enough, that's the way then to the Chamber of the Crossroads. First through the Palace of Nine. I've seen that video. Yeah. We can't link to it because of copyright violations with the Howard Shore music, and also because I don't think they have the rights to use Tolkien's reading on a YouTube video, but it is a fantastic moment. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, there's the Dwarf Lord's Gate. I've gotten some coin too. Known to the Iron Garrison Miners. Friend to the Iron Garrison Miners is the next one to work on. And I've been giving a whopping 10 points. My reputation has changed. Yeah, I mean, there's so much I'm looking forward to, but okay, two things. Can I pick two things? Oh, let's remember to come back out and talk to this guy. We've done much to ensure the safety of this chamber. The Chamber of the Crossroads. Oh, this is that one, isn't it? All right.
Return soon to his halls.
Somebody want to tell the story in chat of this? Yeah, I'm not going to go down there. So the two moments would be Aldarion and Arendis and really talking through that story. I think it's going to be interesting to explore that, to explore sort of the beginning of the imperialization of Middle Earth under Aldarion, as well as some of the plunder of the natural resources. But also at the same time, the good that he did in allying with the elves and beginning a relationship that would lead to the end of the Second Age. I think it's also going to be fascinating to talk about the politics behind the move that he made to change the law so that his daughter could inherit the throne. That was a pretty significant change. That's going to be fun to talk through. But then if we're talking about later in the season or other things to cover in Unfinished Tales, I've always loved the Disaster of the Gladden Fields because it paints Isildur in a better light, really. I mean, here's a guy who realizes that he made a mistake and he wants to right that wrong, and he's going to go ahead and do that. It's also a fascinating glimpse into small-scale tactics for the Gondorians, which, of course, they inherited from the Númenóreans. We learn a little bit more about things like, I think it's in a footnote that we learn about the steel bows, the Númenóreans. That comes from Disaster of the Gladden Fields. And the ending of Disaster of the Gladden Fields, where we get to glimpse the end of the early part of the Fourth Age as Aragorn discovers things. Anyway, fantastic stuff. Really, really love that story. Let's take a look here. Jump, jump, jump. This is Khazad-dûm. Yep. Book of Isildur is much better than the movie one. Yep. All right. Let's talk to Bosi. First of all, let's get a milestone. And while we're here, let's get some tasks done. Let me go to my large task item carry-all. So folks, if you've not played the game much or you don't know about carry-alls, these are items that you can buy with points in the LotRO store that enable you to put or automatically gather even all of the things in a particular class. In this case, all my task items. Now, that means anything that I can pick up for rep for other entities will be thrown into this bag. So you can see there's no way I could hold all this in my inventory. I would have had to sell off stuff. Now, I am going to go ahead and get rid of some of these items that are only one that I'm never going to gather enough of in the game to bother justifying taking up space. So, if I've got less than 5 of things, that means I'm not spending time in that region. All right, so now that means that I can drop stuff in here that is larger. Oh, that's not a task item. That's a junk item. That's a task item. Okay, that's about it. All right, so let's take a look and see what the tasks are. So if I sort by description so that it's alphabetical, I can more easily find them. Barbed claws. Okay, so we can do barbed claws. Charming sword sheaths. Oh, that's a charming sword sheath you have there. Sometimes I feel it's just like random adjective, random noun. Creepy filth. We can do that twice. But we want to focus on the minors. So we want to take the barbed claws from the minors. We want to take creepy filth from the minors. We'll take, since we got enough creepy filth, we'll do it for both the guards and the minors. Then we've got polished scales. Don't think I have those. Polished sword sheaths. I've got 30 of those. So I can take that for both tasks. And spotted skins. Don't think I have any. Okay, great. So now I can turn those in the task collection box. And these are going to give me experience, but they're also going to give me reputation with those two factions. And you can see how close I'm getting to 58 already. This is nice. I still have 10 polished sword sheaths, so let's take that again for the miners. All right. Now let's go ahead and, while I'm here, I was going to say clean up my inventory, but you know what? I'll do that later. No point in making y'all watch that. That's boring. Inventory Simulator 2.0, you know? All right. So now that that's done, oh, of course, I should have accepted that first because now it says I've only completed one. Every time you do that, you can get an optional crafting ingredient for every 10 tasks. And what that does is it gives you a 100% chance of critical success when you're crafting an item. Very helpful when you're crafting those high-level items that take a lot of materials that you don't want to have to remake over and over again to get that critical roll. Let's see, checking real quick on chat since it's been a little bit. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Great song. Terrible movie. Great song. Channel points have me clean my inventory. All right. We'll do that. So easiest way is going to be to come up with my shared storage and drag anything that I want to put in there. So these rep items, which I will eventually use to turn in as well, but I'm not turning them in on this character yet. And then crafting materials like the hides, the scarn, the jewels, and the wood. That's good enough. And then open the scrolls because you always get a little more money for the scrolls when you sell them after they've been opened. Toss the Traveler's Steelbound loot box and sell everything else. Making sure I got enough rune carved tablets. All right. Sell all. And somehow I lost the box for it. There we go. And put that back over here. Now my inventory is clean. Oh, Dave Bronze is playing. And I don't even know what channel points are, but I'm assuming it's a Twitch thing. All right. Dor and Frar. These look like they are fellowship quests. I think all of these are. Yeah, because they're all in this one place. They're level 60 small fellowship quests. And these also are as well. So we're going to walk away from those. Those are not only 3 levels above us, which I'm not really worried about, but they are designed for small fellowships. Okay, here I'm supposed to help. Quest level 53? We'll see. Let's talk to... let's just talk to Bosie. We may be too low level here or too high level to really enjoy these. Welcome to the Chamber of the Crossroads. This shall be my command center for a time as we establish our presence here in Moria. We will busy ourselves with making ready to restore the mines and cities beneath the mountains. I will never forget the great deeds you have done on behalf of the Iron Garrison, and I eagerly await tales of your future achievements. I am ever at your service, and your families. I added that because that's what Doors would say. And may your feet lead you well in the darkness of Khazad-dûm and beyond. Woohoo! 58! Get new gear. We've established a presence within Moria, Hilbern, and will stage further excursions into the depths from this room, the Chamber of the Crossroads. This once served as a guard room for watching the 3 passages just to the south, but has been empty for many long years. Many creatures have thrived in the darkness during the long absence of the dwarves, especially the Gredbig, fierce and loathsome insects spawned from the deep. Seek out all varieties of Gredbig in the western levels to the south and west of this chamber and eliminate them. This will be the first small step in reclaiming the great delving for my people. Much to be done before true progress is to be made. All right. Oh. I now also get a hunter quest. I'm going to pass on the farmer's one. Okay. I am going to go ahead and pick these up because they might be easily accomplished as we accomplish the epic.
Many mountains dwell in the depths of the mountains. I fear the orcs will be the least of our troubles.
Welcome to Khazad-dûm. Stay and speak with me a moment. We can only hope that Turin's bane.
Okay, so
Soon we shall stand face to face with Lord Bath.
Lots and lots of quests today. Onambeald in the Redhorn Loads. Let's turn off all of these off. That one is the hunter quest and will not be on this map. That will be all the way down here. See down here, the ring there at the Redhorn Loads. So we're gonna leave that for now, and we're going to instead focus on these. The epic has us killing Gredbig down here in the Great Delving. Whoa, that's a big area to kill Gredbig in. Okay, so that's Gredbig. And then Liquin's Companions, he wants us to help. That's a wrapper quest. He wants us to help several people. Those people have given us these quests. The Stronghold of the Goblins, A Bitter Enemy, Drums of War, and Lost Supplies. All of those are to the north of us and fairly simple. But let's go ahead and kill the Gredbig first, because really that's the one that matters. I'm just going to check real quick here. Well, you know, I'm going to aim to get enough rep, but I'm not going to go out of my way to do it, because this is just, you know, what's more important is doing the epics. But yeah, I do need to do the minor quests to get the travel skill. I just don't like doing all these low-level quests that are 4 or 5 levels beneath me. Feels like a waste of time, but we'll see. Deed Bestowed, read the book The Jolly Hunter. And of course, I've got a new skirmish. In the meantime, let's go back to my inventory and pull all that cool level 58 gear that I've made. Well, or that that Halliger made. He made the entire Majestic March Warden set. Durthal made him the Peerless Thane's Dagger of Combat. And Tolthadian made him a pair of earrings and a necklace that will definitely help him. So let's equip all those and see where we're at. So right now, take a look. My agility is 456, which gives me a crit rating of a little over 1,000. Let's just add these and see what we get. Putting on an entirely new set of armor. Wow, that's bumped agility up to 498. And we're going to put this in the hands, or in the place of the Precise Warrior's Dagger, of course. And then we're going to, yeah. Oops. Okay. All right. Sure enough, my agility is now 512, giving me a crit rating of over 1,600. Turning into rep items. Oh, yeah, no, that's a good point as well. I should do that. Where do I turn those in? Isn't there usually a person to turn those in to? Katie, if you could tell me real quick where I turn in those rep items, because it would be a good idea to use those for the miners. And that's going to be task board. Oh, the task board is where I do that. Okay. That's the miners. So let's do some broken engravings. Cracked tablets of the guards. I don't really care about those as much. The cracked etchings are for the miners. Iron Garrison Guards, Iron Garrison Guards. Iron Garrison Miners. Okay. All right. I'm lost as to where I am. It's up here, right? Okay. Yeah, I can't turn those in. Chest beside it is for task items, not for rep items. All right. Oh, that's right. Thank you on that. I'd forgotten. It used to be you had to turn them in, but now you just right click on them. And I think it's alt right click to select all of them. So let's take a look and see what 100 broken engravings will do to my rep. You know what? Let me make this efficient. We're going to go to a consumables and use a reputation acceleration tome. So this means that the next 5,000 rep points will be enhanced. So we are looking at the Iron Garrison Miners here. So 30 times 100 is quite a few. So I think we probably need more rep tomes, but that's all right. Alt, right click. Let's use all 100. There we go. Alt, right click. No, I guess we're still there. All right, we're still only at acquaintance, so we do still have a ways to go. All right, let's sell off the rest of the old stuff that I was wearing. And now we've got clean inventory again. All right. So let's go to the south and defeat the Gredbig within the Great Delving. Oh, that's the one I'm on. Okay. Oh, sneaks out a gift sub. Thank you. Thank you, Higgy. Appreciate you very much. All right. Oh, hey, you got something here, huh?
We have seen naught of Durin's Bane.
You see it?
Where did you journey into Moria?
Do you see that shattered statue just in the center of the hall, friend River Hobbit? According to records and carvings we have found, it once depicted a brave dwarf by the name of Helgi Goblinbane. Goblins of Moria have been systematically smashing all images they can find of him. I'm not even sure that this isn't the last remnant of his legacy. It was nearly whole when I first arrived, but just recently a party of goblins reduced the statue to the state in which you now see it. All right, so now they're going to... we got to go look and see if we can find... These guys are all much lower level, so it's not going to be difficult to kill these guys. Deed bestowed. Okay. Warg Slayer. All right, so let's take a look. The statue is missing most of the body from the waist up. All right. So now we go back to talk to Uxie. Uxie!
The time has come to drive forth the...
Now we have to look at the other goblin and orc camps throughout Khazad-dûm. And we've gotten a deed bestowed, the Quest of Durin's Way. All right. And that's going to be... Huh. No. Oh, I definitely want to cancel that one. That was a terrible quest. All right. So apparently... Oh, Strongholds of the Goblins. Okay, so we need to talk to Kroom regarding the goblin camp. And he's up in here. So Kroom will then give us some more quests that we may or may not be able to execute. I thought Kroom was... No, he's not one of these guys. What is Kroom? Kroom is Stronghold of the Goblins, so hold on over that. Oh, he's up there. Okay. All right. Well, we're not doing that right now. We're going to defeat Gredbig. We just need to go kill some Gredbig. That's what we need to do. Of course, that's not a Gredbig, but we knew that. See, when they're green, you know you're pretty low level. Unless, of course, you're Katie, in which case the green guys are the ones that kill you. I know. I'm going to get in trouble for that one. It's worth it. What time is it where I am? It is 2 o'clock p.m. where I am. Here in sunny Southern California. Oh, Moria soldier. I want him to fall over. Will he keel over and fall off the side of the... No, he won't. That's too bad. The Grodbog Gatherers. We just need to kill 12 of them, so we just need to find them, really. It's just a matter of wandering around until we found 12 of them. Oh, hey. Pile of ilex wood. My woodworker will be happy with that. Pete singing about the prancing pony. I love it. Pete's great. His musical abilities. Oh man, so much fun. I didn't hear it, but you're in trouble anyway. Oh, I just referenced something about green mobs. The lethality of green mobs. I've got no truck with you, Grodbog or Moria Soldier, but I see you're going to get close enough to me that I'm going to have to kill you anyway. They called them a mine. Deed, Goblin Slayer. I just want to kill Grodbog. More points. All right, well, then I'm going to use Passage of Nature and see if I can find where there might be a selection of Gredbeg. Wow. There we go. Not very many. Probably down that way. Sure hope that when I'm done with this, it'll give me a beam back button. Oh, well, if there's going to be two of you. Anybody in here? Any Gredbig in here? The Chamber of Knowledge. It's as empty as my own Chamber of Knowledge. Nobody back here in this corner? No? No? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? There's just not very many of them, really. That seems to be the case. Don't fall down, though. Have they never heard of rails? They've never heard of rails. That was almost a problem. Okay, just three more of you little Gredbig. Let's go down this way. This tends to be... Oh, well, now we got a Deep Claw Hunter first, though. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Of course you need to see that. It's the ultimate Gen X movie, though, because, well, you know, it was made in 1986. So I will say that, you know, I have while there are plenty of disadvantages of being as old as I am, it does mean that I was a senior in high school and ditched class in order to go see Ferris Bueller's Day Off in the theaters, which, you know, as a senior in high school, to go see a movie about a kid ditching a day of school his senior year in high school, it was kind of meta before the phrase meta was a thing. Great movie, though. Eminently quotable. You know, I keep thinking there's a Gredbig, right? A Grodbog, I should say. Gredbig being plural of Grodbog. And I still need two more. Let's see, just catching up. Dwarves have a low center of gravity built like pyramids. No need for rails. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, I'm not in the right area anymore. Dang it. An ornate chess piece. I wonder if this is part of that that statue, perhaps. Oh no, it's a set of heavy armor. Talk to Ramby at the Chamber of the Crossroads. You know what? I'm going to do that so that then I can take a goat to like someplace in the middle of where all the Gredbig are.
The House of Durin will live forever.
So not to Sigdan.
We will toast our victory against the orcs of Moria.
There's Sigdan. Yes, I am Sigdan, your servant, brave hunter. Why have you shot me out? Sigdan looks carefully at the claw marks in the armor. These scratches are too deep to have been caused by even the largest of bats. It would have taken something much stronger to have pierced armor this well made. That is really all that I can say. Ramby, not Rambo. Okay, that's it for that one. So now what we want to do is take a stable master down to, let's say, Dolven View, and just go north from there.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of
I only need to kill 2 more. Tari, good evening. You can see I'm looking over here. It means I'm looking at chat. Okay, I don't need to actually hit in. So let's go out and look for Gredbig. That's not going to help. Come on, Gredbig. Oh, there's one not too far away. Seriously? Oh, there he is. Okay. There's got to be one more nearby. I am looking for a Gredbig bug. One more to kill. I'm just going to wait till my thing regenerates here. My cooldown on Passage of Nature. Great big bug. Okay. Grodbog Gatherer. I have a feeling that might be fatal. All burrowers and all deep claws. I don't have any problems with you guys. I'm even going to skip the wood. Is he out of range? Ah, he's just out of reach. Well, I don't think I'll die from this fall. So I'll head down, kill this guy. Oops. What did I just do? I provided a bonus to my fellowship's evasion. Pretty useless. All right. Come on, Grodbog Gatherer. You're the last guy I got to kill. I'm sorry. I know that you've just been living your life down here. Best life. Yeah, we're done. Bosie, what do you got? Oh, Scout. Juan, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
You have done well, friend.
Good work. You're ever a friend at need, and I am at your service. And your families. You continue to impress me with your inextinguishable fervor towards our cause.
Records and histories of Moria will
Now,
aid us.
this is the guy whose quests we need to do, right? This is the epic, chapter 2. The Gredbig were a dreadful hazard, and despite your efforts, they will undoubtedly return in time, but we cannot spend over long dealing with this minor threat. To wholly wipe them out would involve resources beyond what I can provide. I mean, we would have to hire an exterminator, we'd have to tent Caradhras, we'd have to all move out, it's cover our food, it's awful. We must turn now to other matters and defend ourselves from the returning Gredbig whenever we must. What I truly desire above all else is a chance to look at the records and histories from the old days. Who knows what secrets lie untold beneath the dust? Pages, tablets, and tomes to be found throughout the caverns of Moria. There should be storehouses located within the great delving of Moria, and they are thus named the Chamber of Knowledge, of which you have none, the Chamber of Wisdom, same, and the Chamber of Deep Thought. Every now and then, find these storehouses within the great delving and search them all for records of the old days. Return to me when you've found something from each area. All right. So those are to the south of us. Oh, wow. So two of them are right here, right? Okay, there's the Chamber of Knowledge and the Chamber of Wisdom. We're definitely going to go to Dolphin-View to get to those two. The other one is all the way over here, the Chamber of Deep Thought, where when Deep Thought is going to give us the answer, it's going to be 42. In the meantime... Oh, Bernadoodle. Bernadoodle's a Patreon reward now, Katie? I didn't know that. I can't control that. All right. So sadly, we were just at one of these, but you know, we can't just go back there. So we're going to go back to the deep delving, or the Dolphin-View, sorry.
Once more.
Oops.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
Let's see. Let's actually set the right one as a quest guide focus. So when we get there, okay, we're going to head north to the Chamber of Wisdom and then over to the Chamber of Knowledge, at which point we'll then probably take a stable all the way to Durin's Threshold, where we can then more readily find the Chamber of Deep Thought. Yeah, there's the Chamber of Wisdom, I think it is, right? We just have to make our way across. Down the stairs. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Stop your whining. Oh, you're not going to you're going to want to kill me. Well, how about we take care of this instead? I mean, you're a green mob. It shouldn't matter. I think it's literally that flag right over there, right? Oh, no, that's... Okay. That's the orc camp. Oh, it's like right there. Was it right behind me? Aha, there it is, I think. Yep, here's one of them. Oh, wow. We went to one. These two are close together, the Chamber of Wisdom and the Chamber of Knowledge. Just got to figure out how to get to the Chamber of Knowledge. Find a broken tablet within the strong box. Its inscription can still be discerned. All right, so this one... appears to be like right there, but obviously it's much further below us. So, oh, not that far below us. Oh boy. Is this also? Yeah. It is a three-dimensional maze, this place. I remember this from last time, being utterly confused as to how I got here and how I was supposed to get down. The Chamber of Knowledge was inside you all along. Yeah, Yeah, that's clearly not true for me. All right. Whoa! Oh, ankles. Okay. There it is. There it is. The Chamber of Knowledge. Okay, so now we want to return to the Chamber of the Crossroads. Oh, we got a cooldown on that of 20 more minutes. So we can do a return to camp. That takes us back to the Silvertine loads. I'm going to try to get back to the Dolphin View. I wouldn't count on me making it, though. You may just spend the next 20 minutes watching me wander around. Hey, Wigfast, what do you have for me? No, that's right. I remember that. Okay. There's got to be a way up and out of here. You know what? I am too lazy for that. Let's travel by campfire to the Silvertine loads. Patron by proxy. All right. So from here, I'll just hop on a little goat. We'll make our way up the thing to the stable master, who's like up here somewhere. Really easy. Boom, boom. We want to go to... I don't think we can go to Durin's Threshold from here. We want to go to either Dolphin View. Yeah, Dolphin View. And then from here, Durin's Threshold. And then we'll just go east straight on the road from Durin's Threshold. Oh, I guess I can stop because I don't necessarily want to keep going that direction. So we want to go to the end of the stairs and hang a right, basically. And I think we can safely get on a goat to do some of this. That is a really steep set of stairs. I will say that. I mean, look at that. That's a steep set of stairs. All right. Here? No, further. Oh, good old Tubi Thick Fists. He of eternal hilarity. And this must be it. The Chamber of Deep Thoughts. Okay. Bring the historical records to Bosi. Done. Whoop. Personal space. Personal space. Oh, none of this is useful. Oh, excellent, Hilbern. These records and histories are very old, probably harbor many ancient secrets. They are sure to be tremendously valuable. Posey examines each of the records in turn, and his face falls somewhat as he reads. Records of goods bought and sold, inventories of iron and other metals. These are of some interest, to be sure, but... Posey trails off and then brightens. Wait a moment, Hilbern. You might have something here after all. All right. So just for completing that, we're going to get a tracery, and we can choose between these, either deep thought, knowledge, or wisdom. Wisdom gives us agility, which is, I think, the one we're going to take. Thank you very much. Plus block, parry, and evade. And we're going to equip that item. Oh, Zigilburg. These pages mention something curious indeed, Hilbern. An axe made entirely of mithril, light enough to be wielded one-handed, but strong enough to fell any foe or rend any armor with a single sweep. Zigilburg, it was called, and it appears to have been forged in Durin's time by one called Ongli. I have not heard that name before. How can it be that one so skilled would not be remembered in legend? There is more to be learned on this page. Could it be that Ziggelburg might yet be found? My son Bori has been racked by grief ever since Broin was slain before the doors of Durin. Bring him these pages and tell him of Ziggelburg. It will do him well to have other thoughts upon which to brood. Go up the stairs on the eastern side of the chamber, and through the door into the chamber of command. My son Bori is there, and Brogor also. No, this is, up in here, right? That's a cool place. There's Brogor. There's Bori.
Broin would have loved to have seen this place.
Alas, that Broin is not here, Hilbern. This is just the sort of adventure he would have relished. Still, I may be able to help you, though my heart will not be in it. It seems that the dwarf who sought to forge Ziggelburg relished his privacy, and by the grace of Durin, he was given a secret forge at which to work. These pages do not reveal the location of the forge, but they do mention a trick of some sort that would open the door. The nature of the trick is lost, but these pages indicate that it was recorded at Katub Zahar, the word hoard of Durin. Katub Zahar was once supposed to be on the eastern side of the Great Delving, somewhere north of a great statue of Durin. I am sorry, but there is little else with which to guide you. Find the location and return to me. Perhaps I can unravel some more of the mystery. Okay, so find a place that we don't really know where it is. Okay, according to this, it's at the end of that road. So we just make our way south through the Dwarf Lord's Gate, and then hang a right, or hang what will be a left at that point. Okay. Catching up with chat real quick. Tubby thick fists. Dave Bronze. Hey, Voicey. All right. Okay, let's head over and see if we can find evidence of Katub Zahar. Set that as quest guide focus will help. I think we head this way. Not entirely sure. Nope. This actually would be taking us through. Yeah, that's not the way we want to go. That'll take us in a very different direction. We want to go south first. Dave Bronze is wearing his PPP shirt. Oh, man. Love that guy. That's so cool. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. My goodness. And I've even had my Celsius for the day. My 1 Celsius, because as any sane person knows, you should never have 2. Katie, right? All right. Oh, hey, guess what? The piercing dark claws are back. Okay, so we are coming out through the into the sort of the Dwarf Lord's Gate. There we go. This is fantastic, right? This architecture is just gorgeous. Look at the 3 peaks replicated in that artwork, in that archway. Or the waterways falling from beneath their beards. This is just amazing stuff. All right, so we want to get here and then turn left. The question is, on what level is this? Like, do I need to be way much higher than I am or way a lot lower? Because I'll tell you, that's the three-dimensionality of Moria that is really hard. But it looks like we're on the right path. A fallen plaque. Find evidence of Khatub Zahar. Ah, I got to go back to Bori. But what do you want to bet? I'm going to have to come back here. Oh, hello, Deep Claw Burrower. Well, just stand still while I shoot you. Okay. Let's see if there's... Yes, I'm certainly going to have to come back here. So I'll just do that later. Well, let's go ahead and talk to Bori. Bori.
I think you have found the answer, friend.
Fair, Voicey. Yeah. I thought the Dwarven line, actually, the whole storyline of the Dwarves was one of their strengths. Except for the rings part. But we'll get to that some other time. When Rings of Power comes out in a year. You found the location of Khatub Zahar, the word horde of Durin? I'm deeply impressed. It is a shame your report tells of a great infestation of deep claws and cave claws. I hope the beasts have not ruined too many of the records and histories kept in that place. It seems that Ongli, the great craftsman who may have forged Ziggelburg, was very protective of his privacy. I don't know. I just feel like he might pronounce it that way. Durin granted him a secret forge at which to work Nar Khelab, the heart of fire. The way to Nar Khelab was locked by means of some trick known only to a trusted few. These pages do not mention the location of Nar Khelab, but they do say that the trick to opening the way was kept in Khatub Zahar. Now that you have found the word horde, you can search for this trick.
We must find the heart of fire and the means to access it.
I don't know, the way he keeps saying this trick, it feels like one of those videos, you know, like top 10 tricks you won't believe number 3, you know? It's like clickbait quest. If we can find both the location of the Heart of Fire and the secret to opening its doors, it could be that Ziggelburg will return to us from the darkness. I will ask the other dwarves of our expedition if they've come across any sign of Nar Khelab. Perhaps someone has encountered some clue, though I am not hopeful. You must return to Khatub Zahar, like I said you would have to do, and search for the secret to opening the door. The deep claws will not make it easy, but you're strong enough to deal with them. All right. So we're supposed to defeat 14 deep claws or cave claws in the Great Delving and search Khatub Zahar for the secret to opening Nar Khelab. All right. I'm just checking real quick. Yep. All right. And I think, given that it's 2:30, this will be our little stopping point once we finish this. We will do this quest, though. And it is a ways off, so let me get on a goat. Oh, it keeps changing the quest. Oh, that's weird. That's really weird. It's not showing me the place that I was, the actual... But that's okay. We know it's where we want to go. Yep. All's good. I was just surprised there wasn't a ring showing me the location of the place that I need to go back to, the Nar Khelab. Oh, yeah, search Khatub Zahar. I was hoping there would be a ring for Khatub Zahar, but oh, that's not where I want to go. I want to go this way. Are the bats back? The bats are back. They're always there. Maybe I can get around them. Yep. I just don't want to have to bother getting off my horse. There are going to be enough deep claws and cave claws in that place that I don't even have to try to kill them first. I'm just going to go straight there, search for what I'm supposed to search for, and kill 14 of them while I'm there. Starting with this guy. Run away first. Oh. I mean, I'll pick up Falgator's papers, but I don't think they have anything to do with this quest. No, it's a green one. I'm going to just turn that one down. Quests that are super low level, I just don't want to take the time. We're going to stay on focus here with the epic. Oh, what? What's your problem? So we just need to defeat 6 more, but then also should be relatively easy. I do like shooting the ones that are sleeping. Feels a little bit like cheating. But, you know, it's not my fault you're sleeping. Okay, so I've killed the 14 that I need to kill. Though this guy's going to have to die too. All right. Now we're going to search the deep claw nests and try to see if we can find what we're looking for. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Little pile of ilex wood. Get out of his sight so he doesn't know to come after me. Search through the foul-smelling nest, but find nothing useful. Of course, it's always the last one you check. Oh, there's a dead body here. Can't click on him, so he must not be important to the story. Let's head up, though. Maybe it's up here. Wow. There's a lot of these nests. Find nothing useful. Okay. Buried within the nest, you discover rotting pages that mention Narkalab. What? Oh. Now, here's the thing. I get on a steed. Oh, I don't need to. I can just port over. I was going to say, I broke my ankles. So why should the horse have broken ankles? All right. Was I ever in a band, and were they called the Men of the West? Sadly, Louis, no, I was not. Well, I was in a band in 10th grade, 11th grade. I don't remember. But it wasn't called the Men of the West. I honestly can't remember what it was called, but it wasn't anything Tolkien. All right, just checking to see if there's anything I missed in chat. All right, this looks very promising indeed, Hilbert. Let me see what I can learn from these pages. Many of the words are faded and the parchment is rotten. Curse the deep claws and cave claws that nest now in Katub Zahar. Use of this secret to opening the door seems to be punishable by death or imprisonment. Blacksmith Ongley could approve entry, as could Durin, of course. Cannot make out the next line, but... here we go. The door will be hidden until the following steps are taken. This word must be Ongley which means that he must be hailed as a master blacksmith, or congratulated for his fine works, or saluted, I think. And then these words are to be spoken. Bab Kanon Zuhuk. This is it, Hilbern. All right.
But still, we have no idea of its location.
Yeah, we have the secret to opening the doors, but we don't know where the doors are. Speak to Brogur. He's busy as usual, but may have an idea. He's wise, has a great store of knowledge. And he's over here.
I do not have time for riddles. There's too much to be done.
My nephew has told me this wild goose chase, Hilbern. How can we be certain that Nar Khalab, this heart of fire, ever existed at all? We would have heard tales of such a forge, surely. And Ziggelburg, an axe made entirely of mithril. Ludicrous! This would surely have been featured in many of our tales before now, as all dwarves would sing its praise until the end of time. You'd have better luck catching a wild red-horned goat than you would finding this ridiculous forge. This secret to opening the door that you've recovered is nothing more than a mad dwarf's mutterings.
I have had an idea. What if the goblins have found a heart of fire?
You will always have my respect for what you did before the doors of Durin, avenging my poor son with your excellent weapon. But I must be honest with you. I believe you're wasting your time. As long as you'll be traipsing around in the dark looking for this flight of fancy forge, you might as well accomplish something worthwhile. There seems to be a large goblin presence among the Silvertine lodes, far to the south and below the Great Delving. As long as you're searching for this fabled heart of fire, you may as well slay goblins while you do it. Especially the ones that are moved into Gamil Filik, the Elder Mine. The goblins are many, and bringing an ally or two might be a good idea. In fact, why not steal some of their maps? They've long lived here in the darkness, and their crude maps may show the way to this mythical forge of yours, as well as being useful to those who are seeking paths that actually exist. All right. Let's take a look at where that's going to be. Down in the Silvertine lodes, where we were when we cleaned out that the gears and all that. This is where we're going to have to kill goblins, and where we're going to find maps. So we are going to make our way by steed to the Silvertine lodes, the Silvertine work site, and that's when we'll give it a call it for the day, because it'll be about quarter till at that point. Do we have any more tasks for the miners that we could do? Let's see. I have to have this closed in order to open my task items list. Barbed claws. I went the wrong way. Barbed claws. I do. I have 36 of those. Charming. I don't have any charming anything. I don't mean any harm. I'm a little short on charm. Creepy filth. We can do one of those. Polished scales. I don't think we have any of those. Nope. Polished sword sheaths. We don't have 10 of those. And spotted skins. We have 15. So we could do one of those. So 3 barbed claws and 1 each for the creepy filth and spotted skins. So we turn those in. We might run into the task limit, and we'll just reset that if that's the case. Aha! I think that's it. Task limit's reached. Let's go ahead and reset the daily tasks for 10 mithril coins, just so we can turn these in. And then we got 2 more barbed claws for the miners that we'll do. 1 and 2. Okay, and then we'll drop those back in the task item carry-all. Nothing but a bad dwarf's mutterings. It's pretty much my entire existence. It's a mad dwarf's mutterings. Okay, remind me. That's a long way down. That's a long way down, folks. It is. I'm just trying to remember. I honestly don't remember everything. Like, I just remember it's a thing. I don't really like heights. Have I mentioned I don't like heights? All right. We'll try it again another time. Maybe it's a good way to start off next time. It's not like Hilbert here hasn't died before, because of course I have. I meant to grab the stable. Where's the stable master? He's over here, isn't he? There he is. All right, we want to go to... eventually make our way to the Silvertine worksite, which of course we can't get to from here. So we want to try to go to the Dolven View. Yeah, we'll do it next time to start off. That'll be fun. All right. You damage stuff, but as a VIP, I don't have to worry about that. You'd have to like repair your items if you die and stuff. Yep. One time I forgot to let my VIP thing go. So this little item right here, the subscriber town services, when you get this, you also get a little jar, a little bottle or whatever that you use once, and it lasts for 2 weeks as well. And when you use that, it gives you a speed bonus to your crafting. It gives you prevents item wear and armor wear and stuff. But if you don't have that, if you forget to go and renew that, then you won't be able to utilize it, right? It won't give you that feature. All right, we're going to come down here at the campsite fire because we are so close to doing Chapter 6, Goblins in the Western Halls. We're going to go ahead and call it for the day, and let's bring the chat back. All right, and we'll show that on stream for everybody. And we can finally take this off. Oh, my goodness. All right. Yeah, Voicey, the actual crafting when you don't have that speed thing it's really, it feels slow as could be. I remember though, of course, I ground out all the way through the Supreme tier without having that feature available, because even for VIPs way back in the day, that speeding craft thing wasn't an option. My goodness. I mean, I would take a stack of, let's say, 200 ore and right click to start making 100 ingots, and I'd walk away and come back 10 minutes later. Thank you, Nate. Appreciate that. In the meantime, if anybody has any questions, yeah, Goofy is still down there, by the way. Gosh, I'm still down by the mines. Somebody tell Mickey. I'm trying to, I just had the music in my head. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, when you have kids, you stick those things. Don't I dare. Come on. It's from They Might Be Giants. It's a good song. It's catchy. Oh man, love that. Yeah. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it is a sticky song. The Lord of the Rings board game from 2000? 2000. I don't know that I do have that one. I don't know. I have maybe that's is that this one? Is that the Rainer Knizia, or however you pronounce his name? Is that this one? That was around the 2000. I don't remember for sure. Um, yeah, this is 2000, copyright 2000. So this might be the one. The board game is rarer than Balrog Wings. Is it really? Yeah, this is it then. Also from around that time, the Lord of the Rings trivia game and a Trivial Pursuit version of the Lord of the Rings. Yeah. That's it. I'm glad, Louis. Yeah, I have played that actually. I played that back in 2000. I played the heck out of it in like 2000, 2001. It's a wonderful co-op game. I don't think it can be played solo, so it's not on the list to play yet, Katie, until we find somebody else who has the same game, and we can, do it top down and play cooperatively on the board. But yeah, it's good stuff. Well, thank you, everybody. Again, if there are any last second questions, throw them in the chat. Otherwise, I'll be wrapping up here in just a minute, and we will return on Tuesday. That's Tuesday, the 9th of September at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And I think we'll still stick with LotRO for a little while longer. Hilbern does have his sharp, pointy bits, stuck in me, and he's got his little claws in me. So really enjoying playing the game, and I think that's what we'll stick with for a little while. The Lord of the Rings adventure book game is very good. We've actually played that here on PPP Plays, Louis. So we'll probably get back to that. I think we did the first 3 chapters. But thank you for everybody. Really, really wonderful time, and enjoyed having you all here. So I'm going to say farewell. Thank you again, and have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you all on Tuesday. All right.